two-finger clicking, butterfly click, triple click, butterfly. Yes, they're all completely different things. I've built an entire Aqua park on my base from all the different pool colors from around the map.
Look at the time, there's 7 seconds, they've got the bomb! They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no more play! Stewie's won the round!
Welcome back, cakes and gentlemen. To those who are watching from their phones, in bed, your computer if bed is broken, or your high luxury private jet if you quit Minecraft bed this time. And it looks like you've got some company, because the general vibe that's going around Bedwars YouTube is that the game will be dead soon, there is nothing new and nothing to do. It's that time of the year again. Cloudy, possible Hypixel is dead videos. But for me, having spent a gargantuan amount of time playing and studying the game in the past, I have quite an opinion on this. Is Bedwars dying? Yes it is. But did it exhaust itself? Did we do everything fun or impressive possible on 1.8.9 and there's nothing else to do whatsoever? I'm here to tell you that the community is not even close to untying the secrets of this minigame. And this is the reason that I have always found competitive Minecraft so astonishingly fascinating. When I was grinding Bedwars and Skywars around the clock and studying the in-game mechanics, at some point when I knew around 15 major game-breaking tactics, every single time I discovered a new one. I thought for myself that surely this is it. I know all of the PvP styles from zigzagging to straight PvP, know how and when to strafe, W tap, jump reset, block hit, S tap, crit, 1 tap, shift tap, hit and block, combo with an ender pearl, rot, bow, blocks, fall damage, the difference between snowball and X physics, how to reduce your knockback with the keyboard, at which angle to move correctly in fights, at which angles horizontally and vertically to look at your opponent to hit further and get knocked less, best timing to hit on different servers with different ping, how and why relog legit reduced your KB on 1.6.4, how DNS and regedits improved or did not improve your performance. Does anyone even remember those nowadays? I knew how to levitate with no cheats. All the clicking techniques, jitter click, two-finger clicking, butterfly click, triple click, butterfly, yes, they're all completely different things. Drag click, bold click, flying ball click, hell, I even know the difference between one click and normal click. Not only in CPS and technique, but in etymology. I could go on forever, and every single time I discovered a new one, when I thought that I knew all of it, that I cracked the code to the game, I was always proven wrong. Oh, it turns out there's a way to deal double damage using a rod? I was absolutely shocked every time I found on YouTube or created myself a new tactic. So there's a way to W tap with sacrificing half of your horizontal velocity and taking 5 times less KB? So there is a tactic that literally allows you to hit 0.3 blocks farther than you normally do, and in such a simple game out of squares, with such simple rules and easier to understand mechanics, there are still some insanely strong tricks that can make you a lot better that I have not discovered yet. So there's a way to reduce KB to 0, like if you were bee hopping, and you don't even need to use a KB stick for it, and you can do that on Hypixel. The list never ends, and we haven't even gotten to the Bedwars strategies. This is all basic PvP, and I haven't even scratched the surface of the tactics that I kept to myself and never published anywhere. And coming back to this community, looking at what's been happening, I must say, although the bridging community is super smart and they have discovered many things that I did not know, there is still a lot to uncover. By the way, even in bridging. And while I've mentioned a couple undiscovered things in the list, you could consider it a teaser to my next videos if this one will find its audience. These are not the only reason Bedwars, in my opinion, has no reason to die. I would like to talk about the thing that ruined it in the first place, which is Minecraft 1.9. And when I say ruined, I mean it in a gigantic way, because right before version 1.9 was released, a company called ESL planned on making an esports discipline out of Minecraft. Yes, everything that you have in other popular competitive games. Huge tournaments, crowds of fans, millions at stake for the epic battles between the strategic geniuses of Clan War Bedwars.
Nothing else is going on, he's got to go back, Stewie's on his own, but look at the time! Look at the time, there's 7 seconds, they've got the bomb! They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no more play! Stewie's won the round, we go to overtime!
Targon have done it! How have they done that? They came back all the way! All the way!
we could have that all in Minecraft, yet instead we have a multiplayer experience barely more dynamic than World of Tanks, servers that stay at 1.8.9 as their base version, and a constant decline in player base. I once saw an ad of a game called Tanky X, and there was one phrase that caught my attention: dynamic gameplay. And this is something that I might have wanted to keep private, but for me, the person that sits there every day so much that I look like I got caught up in a cloudburst because of how much I sweat in ranked skywars, constantly twitching my mouse in every direction trying to catch up with my opponents and put on armor from their chest or place down an anvil and enchant a sword 0.1 seconds before the opponent hits me, while having to strain my hand as much as I can to normal click or butterfly click for enough CPS, and having speed 2 on me all the time, screaming at the screen for being teamed upon. The phrase in that ad sounded just incomprehensibly ridiculous. How can a game like that even be considered dynamic? Yet when you compare Minecraft 1.8 to other games, you might realize that apart from maybe Fortnite, because of building, there aren't really much 3D multiplayer games that compare in terms of their speed and action compared to those fast minigames on Minecraft. And yet here we are. For those who didn't know, it was all Jeb's idea. He thought it would be great to put the combat system from other single-player adventure games into Minecraft. I will give props to him. He did some research on PvP and even learned how to jitter click in his further attempts to fix the PvP system. However, as you know already, PvP in Minecraft is much deeper than that. But with how flexible the game is, why couldn't the big servers that wanted to stay at 1.8.9 PvP but have elytra, crossbows, cute puffy square bees and other new exciting features of the new versions just code a plugin for that? Well, actually, it's possible. If you join any small PvP or Bedwars practice server from 1.9 plus right now and try to punch something, fight someone or PvP, you will notice that you can reduce your knockback even without a KB stick exactly as efficient as you would on 1.8. See, in vanilla Minecraft on 1.9 plus, when I run around and drag click on someone, I do not slow down at all. It looks like I'm b-hopping, and therefore I get much more KB in PvP, which puts me at a huge disadvantage. The reason it happens is that the reducing function only executes on the full-fledged strings. If your attack is on cooldown and you left click a player, nothing happens. But the plugins now can fix it. You can PvP and reduce exactly the same way on those versions. The only differences are the fact that starting from 1.9 you can push other players now, and it makes reducing different. The player hitboxes are smaller, so if you duel a 1.8 player from 1.9 you'll still be at a disadvantage. But if everyone switched, it would definitely make the game more fun, because aiming in Minecraft PvP is often complained about being too easy. Starting from 1.12, the jump height is higher, and also the crosshair delay bug that appeared in 1.8 and we previously had to install a mod to fix for PvP is now gone. And for that you have two hands now. You can put your blocks or a rod in the second one, you can crawl, swim faster, build traps with skulk sensors and observer blocks, and just imagine how cool it would be to have elytra on Bedwars. It does not work the same way on Hypixel, and it's not easy to code it. If you tested it just a year ago on, say, introuble.de before it was closed, you would see that you can reduce with a hand on 1.14 but cannot on 1.13. But starting from version 1.13 you can already do that without any mods and plugins. That is because of one crucial change to the attack speed item modifier that appeared in 1.9. Up until 1.12, even if you applied 100 levels of this modifier to any item, your attack speed would still be capped at the speed of the hand. But in 1.13, with level 16 or more, which adds up to 20 with the default attack speed of 4, each hit becomes a fully charged swing that, if you are trying to sprint, reduces your velocity and feels exactly the same as on 1.8.9, apart from the sweeping AoE on secondary hits. And as for the reducing mechanic, it wasn't even touched upon. A knockback stick makes you a god at any version. But there's more. Starting from version 1.16, by using the attribute command, you can increase the attack speed of a player. So not only will it work with a hand now, you won't even have to do the weird stuff like putting a high attack speed golden nugget on everyone's head. So if you can do that on vanilla Minecraft in single player, why don't we have a big 1.20.4 Bedwars server, and why doesn't anyone play on the existing ones? I believe most of you already know the answer, and it is the aquatic update, the same version that fixed the combat system in vanilla 1.13. Apart from beautiful ocean corals and the swimming animation, it introduced an enormous amount of lag and instability, especially for the Minecraft servers, which due to Java edition limitations only run on one CPU CPU core and have other issues, and therefore starting from 1.13 cannot handle more than 100 players on a single map. It would be unprofitable for them to update, but in my opinion it won't kill the game. According to the Moore's law, a twofold increase in processing power occurs each 2 years. Even if it stops working, it doesn't matter. People have created literal supercomputers to find a tall cactus on Minecraft. You think a slight lag is gonna stop us from hosting a minigame server? No, it won't. When we get bored of 1.8.9, we will be able to host minigames on the newer versions, and we will be able to keep the old combat system on it. And that brings us to the last issue. It won't feel authentic if you play on the newer versions with the old PvP system. Just because you can practice Bedwars and Skywars and then not be able to win your friends in a 1v1 in your SMP, it kinda makes it all pointless, like wrestling in real life. Yeah, you might be good at wrestling, but you won't be able to win a street fight, and it's all staged, much like Minecraft. And to that I have a killer argument, but before that, if you remember the 4 combat snapshots that were released up to version 1.17 as attempts of modding to fix PvP, that kept us hoping something will change, featuring the removal of attack speed cooldowns, weapon reach changes, new charge attack, drinking speed, and so on. They were abandoned not because they were bad, but because of COVID. They were a huge success with large communities and servers around them, and there's something about them that, if you're a subscriber of mine, will bring warmth to your heart.
We really want to add new adventures for our more combat-loving players.
After 15 years of Minecraft, it's time to test your skills.
It is what you think it is. Even the new lead game director now mentions the changes to combat system on Minecon, and what could those signify if not the long-awaited implementation of the combat snapshots into the release? It is very possible that in version 1.22 the community will finally be reunited by a universally fun and complete PvP and PvE system. Not in the next version, but in the one after that, because otherwise we would have a direct confirmation by this point. Most of the video I've been talking about the PvP system in Minecraft, and you might say that this is not the defining feature of fun in Bedwars. Not everyone is so competitive, and because of that I want to draw your attention to something. While I've been talking, I've been playing on Hypixel from version 1.16.4 for the new swimming animations, running around the map with shears, collecting blocks of different color, made an agreement with the last opposing team, and I've built an entire Aqua park on my base from all the different pool colors from around the map, and I'm now swimming through them, enjoying my time. Have you seen anyone ever do this on Bedwars before? I don't think so. And while I'm about to watch so that I can freely fly around and swim in my water slides, what we have is we didn't even explore the 1.8 Bedwars yet, and we'll have newer versions with a good PvP system sooner or later, which, no need to say, it will completely transform the game and bring a ton of new and exciting features into it. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel because it's historically been the place where half the new Bedwars trends of this decade are born, even the stupid ones, and see you in the next one. Peace.